Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great. Welcome to this new video here on Bitcoin. We're going to do a full update on the current situation. We'll talk a bit about the fundamentals. There's no major news today that we need to talk about, but obviously, headlines can come in any moment. Probably not right now, but still, any moment, especially during the US session today. So that is something we'll still talk about later today as well, and later in the video, I think a little bit as well, but no news that's planned. However, the market obviously is very, very interesting. Yesterday we had, after I made the video in the morning, and we look at the fundamentals in a moment. And by the way, the audio is a little bit off. I know. Hopefully it's still bearable, but I'm recording on my laptop and I still have some audio issues there. But all right. So yesterday, obviously we had a very big breakout, right, with a lot of volume. But then in the afternoon, just after the US opening, what we saw, and that is also the main question going to be for today, what we saw is that a lot of volume came in. You can see right here, this was the highest volume we had in 1 hour. I'm not even sure since when. It seems to be since the crash, the 7th of April, which back then the volume was incredibly high as well. Is that even true? Well, no, all right. Well, the volume was a bit higher during those lows, but still it was the highest volume since those lows. And those lows, obviously, the volume was very, very high. All right, so there we also formed the bottom. But one of the key reasons for that is that shorts were liquidated, etc. But one of the main things that we saw that's pushing Bitcoin up, and that's also still causing Bitcoin to be bullish right now, even after that volume candle, and even after we filled some of the imbalances to the downside with the spike down to 86,400, we still have some more imbalances to the downside under that, by the way. But I'm not certain whether that's going to be hit, because what we saw, and that is going to be the big question today, is that some entity, whether it's GameStop or MicroStrategy again, was buying a lot of Bitcoin. You can see right here, the Coinbase Bitcoin price has been in a premium. It was at a massive premium yesterday after the New York opening. So what we see right now is that the stock markets are actually, it is a very messy chart, but the stock markets are at a relatively strong support. The Asian markets have also opened a bit higher, and the S&P 500 pre-market is trading higher. So that has a positive effect on crypto. And then that's the big if for today, if today we again see some sort of bidding coming in during the US session, which is not happening right now. The price is moving up right here, but the volume is quite low. So it seems to me that we are testing those weak highs we made right here. But that's the main question. If we're going to be able to hold that bidding during the US session that we also had yesterday, then we're easily going to get into that main resistance level right here towards 90,000, where we have the 90-day rolling VWAP, and then and then to the upside, the last resistance level is 93,000, where we have that value area high. Now, do I think we're going to that level? Yes. First of all. However, I'm not sure whether we're going to fill those imbalances to the downside here at 86,000 and 85,500 first before getting there, or that we can just rally up from here, which would be a possible scenario as well. And I don't fundamentally see enough reasons for us to break above that. So from that level, let's keep it very broad, between 90 and 93,000. I do expect a rejection. But for now, to zoom all the way back in, like I said, we're relatively strong here. Last 6 minutes have been quite good as well. We've earlier this morning we've been able to break out of yesterday's value area right here, and so far we're holding that as well. So short term, I would still say it's most likely we're going higher. And then the main resistance level for now is that resistance level at 88,850. There we have a bit of a selling tail. So if we find rejection there again with decent volume, then that's most likely to be a double top, and then at least we'll drop back down into 87,800. And then if we do not see that bidding come back during the US session, then we can fill those imbalances. But at this point of time, given what we know, I would not say it's most likely we're going to get a pullback like this. It looks more likely now that pullbacks will be relatively shallow, so that even though if we form on a lower time frame, say a double top there, that we will remain within at least yesterday's value area, and that from there we'll be able to get that move into that 90,000 level. Seems more likely, but I'll keep you updated on that throughout the day, of course. For now, I think that's what you need to know. So thank you for watching. Take care and bye.